Revisions are a part of the voiceover business, but they don't actually have to be painful. Many voiceover artists, especially newer ones, typically over-deliver for free, or they push back a little too hard and scare their clients. So your goal is to protect your time while keeping clients happy. My name is Claire Coyle, and I am a professional voiceover artist for the past 10 years. So not all revisions are the same. There are really two main categories of revisions, and the first one are pretty easy and usually free, and those are pickups. So that's like, hey, you flubbed a line here. Hey, we wanted to change a quick word here. If you mispronounced something, or if you missed a word, or if there's just a minor tone adjustment or maybe small script tweaks, it's typically pretty quick and easy to fix it and either own the mistake or just make the fix really quickly and send it back. Now, if there are major script changes, typically that's going to be something that you will charge for. Suddenly the writers will be inspired and they'll send it back and say, wait, I've got this great thing I wanted to add, or let's adjust the script and it's bigger than just a quick pickup. So typically if they're adding new lines, there's paragraph rewrites, or they want a whole other tone and direction. Maybe they were very inspired by you. Before you ever record anything, before you record the main thing that you're recording, the main project, the main commercial, you want to set your expectations for what revisions can and will look like up front. So gather all the information you can, right? You want to understand the tone, the style reference, and everything, pronunciations, if you see any in the script, file specs, the kind of file, like do they want a WAV, an MP3, some kind of other type of WAV, which there's a billion types. The intended usage, make sure you have a revision policy for them in writing, even if it's just an email or something like that, so that it's very clear up front exactly how your workflow works. And be willing to work with them. Make sure that they understand that you have done this before and this is what's worked for you, and that's just a better way to approach it so that you're getting ahead of problems before they arise. And it's going to lend you a little bit of authority. I typically include 2 free rounds of revisions, and I include that up to 30 days after I deliver the file. How to respond to revision requests. So step 1 is always stay calm and positive, even if it is something that they hate the way you did something. Never sound defensive when you're working on a project, because really it's not about you. It's about the project itself, and whatever delivery that you came through that you thought worked, they clearly thought it didn't, and that's fine. So just be open to doing whatever they want to do to make the project the best it can be. If you can kind of put some blinders on and focus on making the project the best it can be, you'll usually filter out all those feelings about, like, oh, they hated my performance, or they don't like me, like, why did they even hire me if they, and you're gonna have those feelings, and then just let them go because they're not helpful. So a really good mindset line is revisions are a part of collaboration. They are not necessarily a criticism. So step 2 is clarifying what they actually need. So ask for specific line numbers, a tone, reference if it's not clear. So sometimes I will tell clients to shoot me a YouTube video that they heard that they really liked that maybe inspired this commercial, or a song, or a TV show. You just never know where people are going to get their inspiration, but a lot of times they have it. They just don't always communicate it exactly the way that they need to, so that they can get the voiceover performance they need. Make sure that you include that there is a deadline on revisions before you ever start, because the last thing you want is for somebody to come back in 6 months and expect you to deliver a complete reread or some kind of a pickup for a project that you forgot you even did, without having to necessarily pay for it. So make sure that you just mention there's a deadline on revisions so that the projects eventually will get finished. A lot of times this can prevent endless back and forth as well. And it'll make sure that you get paid, because if you are accepting payments after the project is completed, if they're dragging the project out 6, 8, 10 months and you never get paid, that's kind of ridiculous. Step 3, you have to decide if you are going to do these revisions for free or they will be paid. So the first thing is get the full scope of what the revisions will entail. Second is, are you expecting to get paid for these? Your next question should be, was it my mistake? Is it something that you should have done correctly? Were you tired? Sometimes I record things tired and I didn't even realize that it was coming off so dead, as such a dead read. And I end up listening to it even before sometimes I've been asked for revisions. This has happened maybe a couple times in the past, and I just was like, I'm not really happy with that read. I'm just gonna go ahead and send you another read just so you have an alternate take. If it's a major rewrite, just quote them a fee and then discuss it. So when and how to charge for revisions are where a lot of newer voiceover actors will get nervous, but you really don't have to. So you are not being difficult by charging for new work. Just be polite and matter of fact, and never apologize for a standard business practice, because it is a standard business practice. So example phrasings you could say are something like, I'm happy to take care of that since the script's been updated. I can record the new line for X amount of dollars with a quick turnaround. So if you respond to revisions well with confidence and with warmth, you are likely to create repeat clients. Because the thing that people want even more than they want a great voiceover performance is somebody that they can work with going forward. They want to have somebody in their back pocket that they can just call and be like, hey, I need to schedule you for this thing, and know how you work with them, and know that you're not difficult, and know that you will do your best to get their project to the best place it can be. So half of the developing a great reputation as a voiceover actor comes after you've actually done the read. It's in the revisions and the follow-up communication. So revisions are totally normal. Clear policies will prevent stress for you and for your clients, and professional communication will keep your clients coming back. There is a link in the description for my new voiceover course. Go ahead and click it if you are interested in getting started as a voiceover actor. This is Claire Coyle, voiceover. I will see you all next week.